I think all of us are trying to find perfection somehow. We're all trying to seek perfection in our own ways, and everybody has different ways of looking at perfection. But I think whether we want it, whether we want to go for it, you know, there are two different kinds of people, in the world, and one type of people want perfection, but they don't do anything about it. The other kind of person is somebody who wants to, seek perfection and they go for it. And I think a lot of people, they they say this, they say, don't try to be perfect because you'll only be disappointed. And I think that's true. That is very true. But I think it's really important to do your best. And I think in order to do your best, you do have to seek to be perfect. And that's why this here is really important. Defining perfection for yourself and tracking yourself too. So I've got some 5 key points that I want to make about this idea of defining perfection and tracking yourself. First key point, we can only be as perfect as we can imagine ourselves. What is perfect? The moment you think of something that can be considered perfect, you could probably outdo it somehow. You can find a way to make it more perfect. So, what is perfect? What is the most perfect or perfect, right? I think that it's important to see how perfect is, and to really visualize it. It's like this story I have. Imagine a door, and I ask you, what is the perfect door? Now, some people would be like, well, the perfect door is a door that works, that opens and closes, has 3 hinges, and keeps has the purpose of being a divider, and that is a perfect door. And that's one definition of a perfect door. But somebody might say, well, the material of the door, if it's to be a perfect door, it has to be unblemished. So it has to be completely perfect, right? And then I just made a slur there, so blemish, unblemished. But anyways, though, people will say that's what a perfect door is. One person would say, as long as the purpose, is fulfilled, that's a perfect door. Another person would be like, well, the materials have to be, perfect, unblemished. And then somebody might say, well, the materials have to be gold. If it's a gold door, then it's perfect. And you can already start seeing that this can go all over the place. You can say, well, the perfect door is a big door. It's very tall. Or you could say, the perfect door is actually a double door. Or you could say, a perfect door is a perfect door, perfect normal size door, but has glass in the middle. It has this exquisite design on it, right? Made out of, or maybe, there's diamonds, or there's some sort of border around the door, or maybe the door is carved out of wood and it has this immaculate kind of sculpted image, that's etched into the wood. Maybe the perfect door is stone. It's made out of stone, marble, Maybe the perfect door is soundproof. If you close the door, it's soundproof and you can't, hear anything from the other side. There are infinite ways of defining the perfect door. The question is, what is the perfect door for you, for your life? And for different kinds of people, it'll be different. So we can't just say, one thing is perfect, one size fits all kind of thing. It really depends on you. And I think that we can't start living the perfect life unless we start asking ourselves, what is perfect to us? What's important? Maybe to one person, it's having the best relationship with their soulmate. Maybe for somebody else, it's having the perfect business. So we can only be as perfect as we can imagine ourselves. So get your own door, try to imagine what's perfect, and keep going and going and going until you find something that's right. Then apply it to your life as well. Second key point. we can only know what our values and priorities are. This is going back to what I said before. Only we know what's important to us. Whether you want a gold door, whether you want a soundproof door, whether you want glass in the middle of the door or on the top, whether you want it to be a double, sided door. It's important knowing what varieties are out there, but also knowing what fits you the best. And that's the same thing for your life in many ways. Okay, number three. Third key point about all this. Tracking yourselves. I think that tracking yourselves is really, really important in terms of striving for perfection. Now, you could want something, but if you really want it, you need to first have a vision of what you want. Second is coming up with a game plan in order to get it, right? So I think it's really important to ask ourselves every day, what am I doing to get closer to that? What am I doing in order to do that? And track yourself. Keep yourself accountable. Ask yourself, first off, what is perfect? And then ask, how are you going to get it? And then track yourself to see if you're actually doing what you need to get it. Because tracking will do one important thing. It will tell you every day whether you're going to get what it is that you want. Sometimes there are things that we can't really say, we're going to get 100%. That's just the way life is. But as long as you're striving for that and you're going that direction, I guarantee you that you'll end up getting things beyond what your end goal is. Beyond it. It's almost like when you go to the gym because you want to work out. You want the perfect body. But you meet a friend that you haven't talked to in 10 years and you rekindle that friendship. Sometimes it's not what we're after. That's the greatest gift. The greatest gifts are given to us on our way towards that journey. But in any case, knowing that we're going in the right direction is really important. It's like a GPS. Tracking. If you don't have a track, if you don't know how much time it'll take to get to where you're going, if you don't know if you're going in the right direction or if you're following the right road, it's useless. So that's really important. You must track. Tracking will get you to your destination. Okay, fourth key point. If we don't track it, we don't know if we're getting there, right? We don't know if we're improving. Same thing with the GPS. And fifth point, if we don't know what to live for, or if we don't know what's important, what's perfect to us, we're lost. Most of this deals with the idea of focus. It deals with focus a lot. What is it? What's there to live for? When you have goals, when you have things that are important to you and you're working towards it, at that moment you are successful. And that's something that we all should be striving for. So thanks for listening. Please subscribe if you're interested in more. And I will continue to pursue perfection in these messages and my YouTube channel. So we'll see how it develops. Maybe a year from now, you'll be looking at this and you'll be like, wow, yeah, he wasn't as perfect as he is now. Of course, perfection is never really something that we can have, but we can always try to get better. And I believe that. I really do. All right. I'll see you guys at the tap.